Much better. Damn. So, I'm going rake a field. Zach's playing race room. It's the time, 2 o'clock.
Go!
you up to then, Dan?
Just sort of sitting here.
When you find a Saturday boring. Saturdays are boring. Slow days.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might as well go out this way. See how many bales we get. We'll get one hay bale, unfortunately. It's just folded up. So it's Damn, 6 miles an hour. Jeez. Didn't take long to bale this field. Just 2 more passes and then we can start wrapping. Take this back to the farm and
Hello.
hello, Alma.
Good if it's put on the mic.
It does help, yeah. Turn. It's more than 16 bales, yeah, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that was the hay bale. Down. No. Back up. We need to just tip it round. That's it. I believe he was saying he got a headache. Now they're killing each other. The kids, one was saying he got a headache and now he's there fighting, play fighting. Maybe I should tell him it's Saturday and not Friday so he hasn't got school. So doesn't need to fake his cold or whatever. This will end in tears soon enough. And then
Sounds like it.
and leave them to it until it's what?
And I wonder why I didn't get the quest in Destiny. I didn't read the complete, read all the thing.
Yeah, you definitely need to read.
Yeah, they said you need to complete 5 bounties, so you get the quest.
Oh,
So it quest in the quest.
yep, they're the fun ones. A crisp would be nice if it was, you could tilt that one so you could see the wrapper, and that would be handy. I know there's adjustable mirrors mod, I think is now out.
Yeah.
Oops. Drop the bale first before you try and pick another one up. Does help. Right.
Hello there.
Hello, David. So, and did we? I was going to say, didn't we not pick that bale up? We should have. Hi, Richard. Your PC's fully built, working perfectly. Check out my build vlog. I will do. Forward. Nice. I think there's one bale there, so I've got to turn around to pick. Damn. Even on a crappy stock heatsink. But then some heatsinks that come with CPUs today are actually quite good. Although not as good as the heatsinks that you can buy, but they're a lot better than what they used to be back in the day. At least the ones that came with my FX bulldozer, the CPU, or heatsink, sorry, was really good. But the one that came with the lower model than mine was actually really bad. So handles 150 megawatts versus the 65 you have. There's the next bale. So you didn't go with water cooling, you went with an actual heatsink. Not that I would go with water cooling myself either, you know. I don't believe water should be mixed with electrics. I would never trust it.
Do you mean the opposite?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not saying water cooling doesn't do its job. It obviously does its job, otherwise it still wouldn't be a production on the market that is viably a good one. But I wouldn't, no. I'd just be paranoid that it would leak or something and then the whole system just goes down, and all because of a leak. And I'd just be sitting there going, yep, that's why I don't like water coolers. Samsung Evo 970 Ryzen 2600, no water. I listened to your throughout the thoughts on the matter. Yeah, some people swear by the by water cooling. I'm more for air, natural cooling. At least if I need to, I can open the side of the case, have a fan there blowing in, you know, if I need that extra cooling, and then close it up when I'm done. Although my side of the case is actually never on, it's always off. There we go, I think we've done all the bales, apart from that one because it's a hay bale. In the case that I've got, well, most cases today have built-in systems for water cooling, so if those who want to go with it can do so. And my case has got that, but no, just no. GTX 1070 Ti, 750 watt PSU. So you won't have to upgrade. That system will last you for many years to come. Of course, depending on the kind of games that you're going to be playing as well. Some games might try and take advantage of the best stuff that's on the market, forcing people to want to play, if they want to play their game at their best possible resolution and graphic settings, that they have to upgrade. I personally try to avoid games like that, or developers like that, because they ain't thinking of what's best for them. They're thinking what's best for, you know, best value for money for themselves, not their customers' ability to play. Uh, 16 gigabyte 3300 megahertz memory, 3200 megahertz. I only built it for farming simulator. It's a bit overkill.
That's right, I only built mine for farming simulator and Euro Truck.
I built mine for F1 and then I stopped playing F1. Amazing. I got the G27 for racing, then I stopped racing. Took a break and never went back. Too far. F1 that is. Thank you. Not league racing anyway. For
Formula E.
uh I want Formula E now. Nah.
Yeah. You hear that horsepower? Whee!
Exactly.
Whoosh.
You want to get cattle and crops? Is it a bad idea? Is it a bad idea, David? Or good idea?
Well, it's a farming game. I mean, it's got its advantages. Don't put everything up to high, because yeah, it needs a computer twice as powerful as what you've got. I think I got 9 FPS when I turned everything up to full.
Yeah, and his computer definitely is not weak. Trust me. He's
No. It's does stuff Farm Sim doesn't do.
yeah.
But saying that, I'm sitting here playing Farm Sim, not cattle and crops.
I haven't got cattle and crops. I'm of the mind of I'm not going to buy it until it becomes a game. At the moment, it's more of a test platform.
Yeah, I mean, I would say unless you really, really, really want it, wait till it goes on sale in the next Steam sale.
Yeah. And I got excited when it first was announced, and it was like, oh, look at all the stuff that you'll be able to do in that. You know, but seeing where it is at the moment, it's just no. I can't fathom spending that kind of money on something I probably won't play. I mean, I've done that enough already.
And that coming from Roy means I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
And it's just given to me. Because I know the list of games he has that he thinks are worth money but has never played either.
Yep. Let's drop those ones there. Is this unoptimized? Yes, because it's
Yes.
work in progress.
It's unoptimized on the basis that they're putting in. The latest thing they've done was putting grass. I haven't actually done anything with it, but when they released it day one, you could chaff corn. Now you have corn. Now you can chaff. You can do chaff. You can do corn, I think, as in with a harvester, and you can do grass. And there's cows. But yeah, it's not optimized. I mean, it's basically the grass density. I think I had up at 100%, and that killed my frame. I turned that down. It wasn't too bad, but it looked good for the immediate vicinity around me. The same as, well, this was all games run on that circle of death. Really, it just depends on how.
Yep, Cattle and Crops is on Steam. Yeah, this is the beta version. The 1.3 beta. I updated it today, so and removed the. No, it hasn't killed it.
You can say this is like Cattle and Crops. My PC cannot run Ultra.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a top end i7. I think it's not top i7, but it's a second top i7 with the 1070 graphics card.
Yeah, you're not that far behind me.
And I got 9 FPS when I turned everything up. I go into the games and turn everything up to full.
Yeah.
Because I brought this PC to play Farm Sim in Euro Truck, and when I was getting it built, your man goes, "What games is that?" So
But I'm not gonna lie. My PC is built for those two games.
you built yours for CS:GO, Armor.
No,
Yes.
no, Farm Sim, and ETS.
Well, all I know is my young fella played CS:GO on this computer when I got it first.
What's your DPI? What can your DPI go up to?
Which?
Your DPI
What the fuck is DPI?
for for the mouse sensitivity.
Oh, hang on, if I press the button. What do I press?
Good question.
Oh, 1600 or something. Or is it 30? No, 32 even, I think.
32. Okay.
Hang
But
on.
I don't. I play with. Oh God.
I have a thing that comes up on the screen every so often, then I have to... Shit, I was going to say, why is my mouse not moving? Because I was messing with the button.
My DPI is turned down as well because if you play FPS game, you're not gonna have a high DPI.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a mouse for 16.
Close down.
I think I have 1600.
1600, which is CS:GO kind of territory. You want
I
really...
like mouse like that. That is the thing. Before I played Farm CS:GO, I had a mouse for...
I have 3 settings on my mouse for DPI. One is extremely slow, to the point that you could leave the mouse scrolling across the screen and go and make yourself a coffee. And by the time you've got back, it's probably just getting to the end of the screen.
Okay. How about DPI do you use right now?
In the game right now, middle, which is probably 32-ish, if that. I don't know. It doesn't give me a value.
I'm running 450.
Exactly.
In all games.
I got a mouse.
I got my mouse because it has 3 extra buttons on it, so there.
Yeah, that's what I got my mouse
has
for.
3 buttons
Yeah,
on it.
that is also what I got my mouse for as well.
No, you got yours for CS:GO for the...
No.
Don't lie.
My young fellow got it. He said, "What do you want for your birthday? A mouse." It was grand. So fucking €80 for a mouse.
So, what keyboard and mouse setups have you got? Is there anything special?
Me.
That-
No, I have goodness knows what make keyboard. I have a Oscar X7 mouse, which is the only expensive bit. That's it. Just cheap ass fucking. I tell you, my keyboard is my keyboard because it's got the old connection on it.
It's not that your expensive thing, your Razer thing you have for
My wheel.
the numpad thing, the extra keyboard you got.
No, the tracer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's more expensive than the keyboard, but yeah, I don't really use it.
Mine's a Corsair
That's not
keyboard
expensive.
and a Logitech mouse.
Fanatic.
Or fancy.
It was on sale.
I'll tell you no word of a lie. Like I paid a pretty penny for my computer, and I went up into the attic and found a keyboard that had the circly connection to plug in because
The plug and play.
my USB keyboard had to go on the other on the other computer.
A Logitech M900 combo. I was searching on Amazon one day, and the Corsair, I wanted a keyboard that lit up because my other keyboard wasn't a brand name, but it died very quickly. So I wanted a replacement keyboard, and I wanted a floating keys because keys have a tendency to get to become extremely sticky if you have a standard keyboard.
Fucking has a screwdriver for fucking pressing down buttons.
Yeah, well, that's if it's something repetitive and I need to go and do something, then I'll put the screwdriver on the key and just walk away. That's it, PS2 keyboard, old school. But back in the day, you couldn't use a USB keyboard to install Windows because it didn't recognise USB. It had to be PS2. That was fun times. Windows XP for the win.
Actually, 'cause my one, as I said, it just was one I had up in the attic.
What did I come here for? I came here for not for bathing technologies, animal stuff. I want one of these, and I want to own this, and I need this. Okay, so the feeding mixer is exactly the same. It's just a increased capacity of the default one. It's not anything different.
Yeah,
Good to know.
it's just a change capacity. That's what we're saying. It was a quick fix.
Mm-hmm. I'm
There we
not
go.
into RGB and mechanical.
Mechanical, yes, but that is a good reason for it.
Yes.
What's the reason? What's the good reason?
I had electric keyboard. It's somehow I transferred electrics. Sometimes when I press buttons didn't work.
Okay.
So that is why I have mechanic. I don't.
So now I've got my mouse fucking program actually running. I have DPIs 600, 800, 1200, 1600, 2000, or 3600.
Jeez. See,
And a
you're
600
kind
is
of
fucking very slow.
your kind of sensitivity to me is like my wheel sensitivity. So how Armour likes his mouse is how I like my wheel.
I like fucking be able to bear like I literally I have a bit more room on my desk, but I think on my before I'd redone my desk, I literally had like an inch either side, and that included the space for my thumb and my finger.
Yep.
So I like to barely move my mouse.
Well, I keep killing mice on Giants Editor, so there is that.
Yeah, for me to go from one side of my screen to the other, probably about an inch and a half, I'd say.
So even more.
A lot from me.
My
Right, but just like for me to go for, hang on, so if I go from
my wireless mouse works right out the box,
there,
just in the BIOS and not on the operating system. Ooh, the sub keys worked just in BIOS. Amazing. The motherboard
Right.
BIOS updated via Ethernet. Amazing.
so for me to go across the two screens is 2 inches.
Okay.
That's in the highest DPI setting.
Mm-hmm.
But to go completely from the complete left to the complete right without moving it, like just scroll it across,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
about 2 inches. But as I said, I like very little. Yeah, and as you said, it's like, see, whereas I run the wheel at 900 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
and you run the wheel at,
180.
yeah, do you know, I like to be able to do stuff with the mouse without having to move it.
But you can tell which one of us is the first-person shooter and which one's the racer. You know, the racer has the more sensitive wheel and the shooter has the more sensitive mouse.
And
It's
I
used the
neither.
same.
I just like it because it's fast, and I don't have to move it much. But that's because my desk fills up with junk, and I end up with like I actually have, the big mouse pad you get, the A4 size.
Mm-hmm.
I have a mouse pad that size, but the actual bit of it I use for the mouse is very small.
I have mouse pad that goes over my desk.
Does help if that's turned on, doesn't it?
Delete. Yes. See, 20 hours and 1 minute, right?
What's that?
That's what I had in Maypole.
Wow.
Bye-bye. There, now I've got no save cam.
My last build was Intel X58 in 2009. I'm not familiar with the Intel chips. I'm all AMD. Right, I don't want. Yep, don't want that bale or those bales a minute.
selling anything nice now. Yeah, so that mixer it just gives you a higher capacity, like is all. It's the in game.
Mm-hmm.
I said that was all it was a quick fix instead of having you still have to fill it with bales.
No UEFI back then.
I think we have to. You still have to. There's 15 bales, I think it takes.
Oh shit! Of course, this isn't the default one. So 15.
I think we reckon 6, 6, and 3. Oh, you don't use straw, do you?
No.
Yeah, so just half and half, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's 3 silage bales to every 3 hay bales to every silage bale.
Is that the way you do it?
Yep.
Well, you can
Two
do
hay
50-50, like.
I know,
Two
but
hay bales, 1 straw bale, and 1 silage bale.
no.
If they use normal one.
You can do it like you can do it. There's numerous amounts of mixes.
Mm-hmm.
Straw can't be over a third.
Yeah.
As myself and Ray were laughing here one day watching somebody try and do it with that new in-game forward dragon.
Yeah.
That you have to put the straw bale in last, otherwise the quantities aren't right. So it's up between, I think, is it 20-something% and 50% for hay and silage.
One front, yeah.
Or the straw.
Yeah, inside. Two hay bales, 1 straw bale, and 1 silage bale.
Yeah, but you're going by what giants say, but you don't have to do it that way.
No, once look, then you can put in every order you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right, but the little one, it takes 11,800 litres. So you say, right, a hay bale, a straw bale, and a silage bale. But if you don't put in the straw bale last, you have too much straw and you'll only get that crap stuff.
Yeah.
That thing should have been at least 16,000 liters. The small one and the other
I don't know.
one should have been.
I don't know. I think it was actually comical watching somebody doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, but it should have been a round number, not that 11,000. So.
Well, you see, yeah, but if you put in your hay bale and your silage bale and then your straw bale, it cuts down the straw bale so that you get the right amount of straw in it. I suppose, you see, people want them to be more realistic, but then they're given out when they make things like that. What was it? That green one in the McHale one in 17. When that came out originally, it had an odd quantity as well.
Cake of the day, Battenberg. I don't like Battenberg, but the kids do.
Christmas cake.
Cake.
Last Christmas cake, no, that has all that whiskey and whatever else thrown into it, nicely soaked in, so it's lovely.
No,
juicy.
no. Alcohol, no. Just no.
But it's not alcoholic, you see. You don't get that, but it makes it lovely and moist. It's
but
nice. Alcoholic, the alcohol has gone off it at that stage.
No.
Unless you pour it in after you've cooked the cake.
No, don't like alcohol. Period. So no.
You just don't know what you're missing.
Exactly, Dan. My thoughts.
The bad decisions.
Exactly, the bad decisions are the ones that you don't want to make. Oh,
they're good at the time.
Why am I doing this? Just
They're
drop the bale.
genius at the time.
Yeah.
Let's move this out of the way.
Should get that auto stock going right.
Mm-hmm. I didn't put it in the mods folder. You haven't used it yet, though, have you?
No, I'm going to use it though.
Do you get a lot of alcohol in one of my Christmas cakes?
You
get.
You do.
We play drinking games with your live streams. Every time he says this word. drink that, I might have to start doing that. Every time he says the map name, drink.
Why?
Have you got a drink there?
Yeah, I've been drinking water.
I see that's not the good stuff, as some people would say. Although I would tend to disagree and say water is the good stuff.
Ishkabaha.
There's one thing, right?
Bad,
You
bad
American,
water. That's,
both you
that's
me
the
don't
Irish-
like alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Irish name for whiskey, is Ishkabaha, bad water.
Bad water.
You know what it is in Scottish?
No.
And a local Scottish resident isn't here to disagree.
Yeah.
He doesn't drink either.
No. So, contrary to belief of many people who radio types who think that all Scottish people are alcoholics are wrong.
Or
Same
Irish
as
people.
all Irish people, because they're wrong.
Also, I like my drink, but
Yep.
not that I drink it regularly or often.
Mm-hmm. You wanna? Thank you. I put, what was it, 3 silage bales in there, so I want more hay bales.
So start a new save game, right, and those 2 fields are the ones that need plowing again. The 2
Yep.
you want.
Mm-hmm. They always will, if you start in thingy mode, farmer mode.
Yeah. But
Oops.
well, you fixed it right. Uh-huh.
What's that?
Slurry now tells you large cow pasture are off. Doesn't give you that fucking error.
Oh, they
anymore,
fixed. So they fixed that.
Obviously, you fixed it right.
I did.
Yeah.
Can't have been
Yeah,
me.
that must have been one of their updates they did.
Yeah.
Should have got that tractor with wheel weights.
What, the John Deere?
Yeah.
The wheel weights don't actually do anything though, do they?
Yes.
I would assume they should.
Maybe.
Yep. Assume.
I just think you should fucking get rid of that tractor, give a smaller tractor, and give away. Tell you that new one, that's a nice little tractor for a drawn tractor. Or the little Lintner is a front loader tractor.
So
Doesn't
I'm
get enough love.
thinking 2 hay
I
bales,
got a
1
real
silage.
nice 4440 mod that would.
Get rid of this one. Into there. One of them and one more hay bale. And then that should be it.
We seem to fix that flickering problem in the F1 menu too.
Does that mean they fix maybe the fast track clock in cab view flickering speedo on the dashboard?
Right, well I don't know about that, but like the flick, you know, when if you had it on auto,
Mm-hmm.
it would constantly flicker between them.
Oh.
It's no check. Like if I hit the mouse, it goes back to the keyboard. Or it goes back to the what do you call it? It goes back to the keyboard settings. But if I have the when I'm using the wheel and accelerator, then it goes back to the gamepad, but it's not flickering between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
So, Cavalier, what's the changes then?
Huh?
You have to work it out yourself.
Has anybody guessed?
Yep.
Yeah, straight away.
I guess in one, but I'm not sure if it's in more. But the icons in the right place
For which?
for all animals.
And how many animals is there, Mark?
3.
There you go.
Because I took it from a review because it said there was a problem.
You haven't fixed the review yet, have you?
No.
Do you haven't put pigs on?
No, because the map was never built with pigs in mind.
Okay. There is pigs there, but they're not.
Just like the map was never built with horses in mind. It's a dairy farm and sheep farm. But you don't have to go that
There's,
method.
if you're in game there, it's where is it now again? It's down bottom left, isn't it? Bottom right, somewhere.
For which?
Is that with the pigs there?
The pigs are in the
bottom right.
southeast corner.
That big area there that's telling me it doesn't need ploughing.
Mm-hmm. Because
Like
it's not a
2
field or
hours.
anything.
2 houses in a field then, either side of the road.
Mm-hmm. And animals are 75,000 litres in there.
Right,
Right.
turn to what? Buy a more.
Actually, what I should do is take it from this side. Make more sense.
What's that mod you put up, David, for testing?
It's one the stair dog I come across. It's simply an auto loader forks.
Alright.
I haven't tried it.
Okay.
What if it works? Works.
Yeah, I'm not doing any bales.
Like, it's not an auto load trailer, but if it loads 3 of them, you could stack. It'll be easier to stack the trailer.
Yeah.
Oops. Let's judge that.
Because I'd actually put it up, not that I used it, but he was giving up because he was using the stacker, the auto stacker. But of course,
Yeah.
it being a rise map, it doesn't fit in the shed. so he was moving all the stuff manually into the shed.
Alright.
So then with that, like, at least you could pick up 3 at a time. But I haven't tried it. Stardog said he'd used it, I think.
Yeah, Stardog uses that auto stacker. He uses the small Strikeman flatbed.
No, or the M style, isn't it? The one from.
No, on Maypole, I mean.
Or,
And the other one he uses a big trailer, doesn't he? Because he was on about that. That one's got auto
Put
load.
up was an M's land one. I don't know, but it's not. It doesn't have an auto stack on it. Like it's.
Oh, okay. Maybe you just use that one on Maypole then.
So this is Dolly one. It's the one from. Don't remember that one from 13, but I think it's updated since like.
Mm-hmm.
Little Dolly M's land one that you had in 13.
Yeah.
Drink.
Didn't add the cosine yet either.
No.
Sheep sign.
Not yet. Right. I think somebody's stopped watching. They probably saw the Silo King and went, that guy's not even making silage, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not watching him.
Somehow you've lost the viewer, is it?
Yeah. It's like, well,
Don't like it? Go somewhere else.
one more bale. So one more silage bale to go. And one more hay bale. And then we've got another full load of TMR. Was it in 13 there was a different auto stacker? No, 11 wasn't it for the round bales? Different auto stacker. It used to pick them up and then instead of
Yeah,
stacking them, it
it
used to
was-
drop them off on the sides, either side of it.
No, that one, it dropped it off the back, but it went up like 8 high instead of,
Yeah. It was like the square one.
it was longer.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I know there was a modded one in 15, I think, for 12 bales, was it? 12 round bales, but it was basically somebody just added an axle and an extra few things for the bales on the in-game one.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. almost full. It's good to see. $2,865 litres left, 4%. Okay, well, let's disconnect from that and go and get the water trailer and advance some time once they're full. Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Yeah, something.
And so I can empty that fucking mixing wagon and then start putting straw in to give the bed in so I can start producing solid manure.
So you haven't lost any of your key bindings or anything anyway, right?
Nope, it doesn't appear that way.
Well, I didn't either, like, so. But I didn't the last time either, but other people did.
Mm-hmm.
Was you actually lost them the last time, was it?
I did, yeah. And BP, wasn't it? He had to go to a backup.
See, my attitude is just like, oh, it's just, yeah, you just put them in again.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do think you should either change the edge of your field or change that. I presume it's the water trough, is it in the field?
The water troughs in which but the
In
shape.
sheep.
Yeah, it's the water trough that's in the field. Slightly in the field.
Yeah, because I haven't got to plough in it yet, but because you'll never be able to plough under it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you plough your field, you'll always have that little bit of red there.
That's your OCD kicking in, David. I must do that bit.
Or when you spread lime on it, lime stays around on it.
Does he?
When you spread lime, well, when I spread the lime on it and then I cut it, even though I had all the grass cut up to it,
Mm-hmm.
there was still a white circle or like white around it.
Wide load going through. And this is something else I've got to look at, isn't it? The trigger for this. If I remember correctly. No, it was somewhere here. What the hell? Oof, they need a lot of water.
Oh, cool, I have green wheels.
Oh, you've trained that mod out.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you drive over lime, it's they go white.
But it's supposed to blend. There's an XML setting. I never meddled with that. There's supposed to be an XML setting that you can change it to have it all or blend it, I think. So I'm assuming if I'm cutting grass and they go green, and then I do lime, it'll mix the white with the green.
Ah.
Alright.
Or oh no, sorry, I missed. No, it's not. It's your individual wheels. That's what it is. You can have it to be everything or your individual wheels. So, like, say you're plowing a limed field, then your wheels that are that are out of the thing should turn white, whereas the ones in the dirt shouldn't. But I think it blends it anyway. That's.
Yeah, that definitely is annoying. Trying to get the water trigger.
Get in too far, is it? Because normally you used to be able to just drive up to them.
No, it's because it's the actual
I was never
trough.
reverse into it, no, because the trigger should be at the back of your water tank.
Should. That's not the one I want. So almost halfway, so it'll take at least another 2 and a bit loads from this trailer tanker.
See, roll on seasons where you can only feed them for 3 days, right?
Oh, will they just halve what you can do already? I don't know. Be interesting to see which way they go with that one.
I think it said you can only feed them for a day, I think. Like in real life, you wouldn't be feeding them for a week.
You feed them 3 times a day, so in real life, so.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, you'd be feeding them twice a day anyway, like.
Morning, lunch, and afternoon. Night time.
Well, theoretically, if they're out grazing, then you should only be feeding them maybe when you milk.
Feeding them 3 times, or vitamins, always 3 times. Or 2, depends how much.
No, I can't get the trigger really. Hi Bert.
Okay, is it what trigger for cows?
Yep.
Try to drive forward. I found it on the review, if it's because you said the port over the same. It was along forward.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, that was.
We'll stay signed in on for the record. Okay, thanks Bert. Oh, that's the wrong way. How much? Oh, I ain't gonna
But even
get
in the
it.
default stuff, some of them triggers are a bit dodgy at times anyway, aren't they?
They can be, let's back this into this shed because it doesn't get used for much else. See if this tractor can fit in there. Whew, that's a bit close. Damn. Oh, he can't get back out though. Oh, he can.
I'm running at 60 FPS and my GPU isn't maxed out.
Chipping trees and
Wait.
Fooster XXL.
Ow.
YouTube, oh.
On the zero. I don't have it himself.
Right, what do I need to do now?
So you need to lower that shed a bit still.
It's a bit too tall, isn't it? Although saying that it did its job on the way out, it did. Yeah. So the cows are fed and watered. I can't have straw yet. That was what I was going to do. Fast forward time to get rid of that in the mixing wagon so I could then put straw in. 32,000 litres.
Stay.
Oh look, even Dan is playing farms. It's a dodgy game, stay away from that.
Yeah, it is.
Let's go to the house. Have a little sleep.
You didn't put that shed in by the house either, yeah?
No, not yet.
You definitely want to stay away from it, Kevin, you're addicted to it.
Oh no.
What's the time? 8 o'clock. Sleep for 11 hours, yes.
I've only got 194 hours in it.
In the last 2 weeks.
Very probably.
Ow.
77 and a half hours in the last 2 weeks. I think.
Slow time down there.
77 and a half hours in the last 2 weeks.
That's it. You. not paying attention.
I see you were murdering trees the other day, Kevin.
I was what?
Murdering trees.
Yeah.
Has you got an achievement for 'em?
Yeah.
Your first time murdering trees as well, in 19.
Now I have actually cut 4 down on Maypole to enlarge that one field.
Was that in multiplayer though?
Yeah.
Yeah, multiplayer doesn't count.
Yeah, I went on to review and murdered 50. So I thought it was 50 trees, so I murdered 50 trees, and it was only 25 I needed.
Is it only 25 now, yeah?
Yeah.
You murderer.
What I didn't save is that there was there when I went back in.
I'm sure that made the first 50 trees feel much better.
Well, I mean, that's like knocking somebody over and then reversing back over again. And go, well, see, I'm here, I didn't hit you.
The reason I didn't save is I didn't want to deliver them all. And move them.
Oh, you just chopped them, you didn't...
Yeah, I just cut them down to get the achievement and then come out without saving.
Like, you'd have to deal with them all anyway, when next time you get a new update of the map.
Yeah. That's why I didn't save it.
What I should do is just make it so you have to cut all the trees. Cut trees down now in order to get going. Put a tree
Like
outside
we
every
did.
shed.
I had the map we played on. We redo the map. We seeded all field in grass and put trees in, so you need to cut the trees down to make the field.
Don't give them no ideas, Armour.
That was that. Oh, where are you going?
Working hard.
Yeah. And I've got John Deere that just doesn't want to.
I tell you, it's a crap tractor, you should get rid of it, it's not a very good starting tractor.
Why are you doing that for? You could fucking carry 3 straw bales.
You should have a Valtra there, Roy.
I know.
I'm telling you that Lintner is much better as a front wheel, as a loader tractor.
Oh, you
Well,
stupid thing.
The Linux can damn have front weight in there.
That, because that that John Deere has no 3-point either at the front.
No. Oops. Really, you want to fall off that side? I put the forks there so you could fall on the forks. Dumbass Bale. Have to be awkward.
Dumbass.
How can the mixing wagon be mixing stuff when it's not even connected
Oh,
to anything?
Probably the same as the auto stacker and
Yeah.
how you can use a baler on the back of Big M.
Mm-hmm.
For people like Kevin who don't like doing too much work.
Yeah. He likes to cut down 50 trees but doesn't like to save the work because of moving all the trees afterwards. Murderer.
Yeah, so they should only give the achievement when you've chopped them all up into like half-meter sized pieces and then manually handle them to the sell point.
Mm-hmm. Or that you have to, instead of cut 50 trees down or 20 trees, 25 trees down, it's sell X amount of trees. Or make X amount of money from the sale of trees. And then it would be, yep, you need to make a couple of billion from the sale of trees in order to get the achievement.
God, I won't die.
You definitely make the money off your trees then on your maps then, Roy.
Yeah, but you've got to cut them down and actually sell them. That's the thing. You can't just cut them down and walk away.
Yeah, but if you had to make X amount of money off the trees, I'm sure somebody's ported the Brooks over by now.
Nope.
Less scripts are out now, so probably
The Brooks is ported, but it's not working properly.
it's like everything else is ported.
Yep. But then I would have it so you have to sell them as logs, not as wood chips.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yep. I didn't say wood chips. I did say X amount of money from wood,
Yeah.
from logs.
Half meter lengths of logs.
And David and I sat there, how many times? Numerous times on Maypole, cutting trees down and putting them bits into the trailers, and then taking it down and throwing it in the wood chipper.
Yeah. Those trees behind the fucking shed in the sheep area. How many times did we cut them down?
Yeah.
And then the ones on the fields, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make serious money on them, though.
Yeah. That Bale didn't want to play. That's fine. Yeah, it was. I'm just trying to think of where did I hear that real weights don't do anything. Can't remember if it was. I know it was a streamer.
Rear weights. The wheel weights, I'm not so sure on. I would assume so, but
The wheel weight works. I don't know.
the rear weight definitely.
Wheel
Yeah,
weight
the
is
real.
fun.
It was the wheel weight. It was Rainbow Dave or Landy Kid. One of them turned around and went, "No, it doesn't do anything."
And you take their advice.
No. I don't.
I use
Somebody
The
probably told them that.
Mm-hmm.
because I use
They're
them
full.
a lot, and I can see the difference.
They're full. Well, I always used
But
to put it in. Always used to put wheel weights on.
Yeah, I go for wheel weights and wide tires and whatever I'm buying a vehicle if it has. Just cause.
Or was it how Frida said? He put weight on wheel weights because he wanted more traction. That doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't help in this game. Thank you.
But does it help with the... As in, it stops the tractor from tipping up, though, does it?
Yeah.
Right, so that's put my toys away. And send it back or keep it. Actually, I'll keep it for now. Because how much I'm paying per day to keep all of this. These equipment will probably be covered by milk per day from 30 summer cows. How many litres of milk is in there? None at the moment. Oh, there. 2,800. The new 77 litres, 5,000 and some litres. Right. Well, in that case, on that field.
Aww. That is not nice. actually. Never mind.
Do I have any chickens? I don't have chickens yet, do I?
Do you have you don't have cars playing, or do you?
No. Let's buy a rooster.
Did you have animals with cars to play, Kevin?
No.
Squirrel wheel would be nice here. Or not,
For-
for buying animals. Or a slider.
Yeah, slider. The ability to even just type in a number. I know you couldn't do it with a gamepad, but
231 chickens.
Yeah, you jump in the tractor, we can go through one day. It's over there. That side. That way, that way. That way. That way. Yeah, hiding. That one.
Right. These are a dirty white chicken. They're not white.
That's a
White.
black chicken,
Oh,
isn't
they
it?
are chicken. They are white in the sun.
Well, why you take
In the light, they're white. In the shade, they're black. The dynamic lighting in this game is something to be.
are they're white chickens?
Yeah. But outside in the shade, out in the sun, they're actually
I'm
white.
looking there, yeah. Sure.
That's some bad shader.
Don't do that, like, I mean, it's like, it's completely...
Uh-huh. That would explain why the wall on Riverview, or some of the
Maybe that's why you
houses.
can never see black sheep.
Mm.
Maybe they're white in the dark.
Right, well, that's interesting. And yet cows, their white shows as being white. So maybe it's just a shader issue with the chickens. Maybe they're the old chicken textures, and they haven't updated them yet. Or maybe nobody's reported it being a problem.
They're just chickens that go, I'd like to be black today.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be grey. I'd like to be white.
Yep.
Don't. Can't see where I've gone.
Kevin
You
taking
found where
shortcuts. Right. And I think with that I'm going to end the stream. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.